guys, welcome back. So I have another video for my Divine Feminines, and I hope you like my makeup. This is like my fall makeup. It's a little bit heavier, a little bit more smoky and sultry, and I'm obsessed with it. So I wanted to go ahead and make some content while it's looking like this. But yeah, I have a Divine Feminine video for y'all today about why you should not allow men to siphon off of you and how this can take place. Because I feel like a lot of women are conditioned to just let men treat them any type of way just for the sake of having a man. And sometimes they don't realize the cost that it can bring to their life and their life force. A man is supposed to be a giver. That's what the masculine does. The masculine is the initiator, the builder, the giver. Okay, even when we're talking in a sexual sense, the man is the giver. Right? It goes for everything else too. Okay? However, there are men out here that are deliberately, and not always so deliberately, but still doing it, siphoning off of the feminine. And I've dealt with this in my life. I've definitely dealt with masculine energy vampires. And I am so glad that I became aware and kind of recognized the signs and got away from it. But the biggest indicator in the beginning is that he will kind of expect you to chase him. And he will enjoy feeling like you're chasing him. This is why I always tell y'all not to chase men. In the beginning, he should be texting you first. He should be calling you first. He should be planning dates. He should be initiating contact. You know, I'm not saying like you can't call him or anything crazy rigid like that. I'm just saying let him come to you type thing. And this is not playing games. It's just you being the feminine. And if he's not doing all that and he's making minimal or no effort, cut him off. Okay. Looking back on my life, that was the biggest indicator to me that I was dealing with an energy vampire in the beginning that I should have seen. The whole chasing thing. And a lot of women will fall for this. And a lot of these men that do this do have a harem of women at their disposal on their phone. And they just get off on having all these women texting them, calling them, trying to see them, hooking up with them. Like, people are nasty. Okay? Like, y'all have no idea the things I have seen. Even if you're not physically intimate with a man, don't sit there and be a pen pal. If he's not planning dates and y'all have been texting for like a week, cut him off. If he asks why, tell him, you can say it in a feminine way. Say, hey, it feels really good talking to you, because remember, the feminine is all about feeling, right? It feels really good talking to you, but at the same time, I feel like you are not initiating any dates, and I feel like I'm wasting my time. Simple. You don't have to send a paragraph, you know, and that's only if he asks. That's just my suggestion. If he doesn't, and, you know, if you refuse to chase him, and it just falls away, let it fall away. Because that's not your job. Especially if he's saying things like, oh, I'll call you when I get off work, and he never does. Or I'll text you in the morning, and he never does. Let it go. I'm telling y'all, these are the very beginning signs of a siphoner. They want your energy. They want your presence. The feminine is very powerful. Y'all are so much more powerful than you know. Okay? Another way that men siphon from women energetically is playing games. Mind games, trying to make your head spin, pulling away from you, ghosting you. And it's perfectly normal to have an adverse reaction to someone mistreating you, like stonewalling you, which means basically cutting off communication, especially if there's a problem, ghosting you, changing his behavior, becoming inconsistent, because he knows, even if it's just subconsciously, if you like him, you're going to be sending him energy, because you're sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, why did you switch up so quickly type thing? And it's perfectly normal to feel that way. I'm not saying you're wrong. What I am saying, though, is do what I used to do when I was single, and if a guy was doing that crap to me, or, I don't know, this happened in a few relationships too, let's be honest, I'll cuss you out one time. You're gonna get all of this throat chakra, baby. I will cuss you out. In a text message, in a voice note, in a voicemail, a phone call, something, and then I'm done. You're blocked. I say my piece and I release. Amen. And I don't forgive. That's why I'm glowing. Because I refuse to forgive certain people. That's one of the many reasons, but I don't carry the resentment, but I don't forgive shitty behavior, and I do my best not to give second chances when they're not deserved and when it's not warranted. Like, we're all going to make mistakes in our relationships, but there's a difference between a man making mistakes in relationships and deliberately doing things to get a reaction out of you, which is a form of siphoning. Okay? If you would like to book a spiritual session with me or a spiritual coaching session, you can either DM me, message me here on Instagram, or go to sirensnectar.com/booking. Okay? I love you. Thank you.